Turn off the Wi-Fi. I think we'll be okay.
Action.
What's up, y'all? Thursday night.
Oh, we forgot to turn off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we usually remember some. No, I say we usually. We don't. We're 50-50 chance of turning the Wi-Fi off on our telephone, so that we can, we're not connected to the house internet where internet sucks. So we don't know. Let us know how we are looking and sounding.
What's up,
yes.
Uncle Bo Knows and Latrilla? Sounds like a long day.
Yes.
Rich Jenkins, how are you doing? It's so good to see you guys today.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good name, Limioli. Limioli.
Where are you from?
I like the name.
Yes.
How is everyone doing today? I feel like today got crazy. Oh, Sarah Sowards is my best friend.
Yeah, thanks,
and
Sarah.
So she's on here saying
there's been lots of people in the comments today talking about how good looking we are. It must be all that CrossFit.
I had someone tell me that they liked my skincare, and I was like, am I going to be one of those people that's like, a lot of people have been asking me about my skincare.
Y'all want to know about my skincare? I don't.
He washes his face.
Yeah.
With body wash.
Yeah, I do. I do. I'm trying to remember, do I wash my face every day? I don't know if I do or
Nikki
not.
T, hello. Hello, Jessica
South
Stewart.
Africa. What time is it there in South Africa? Like,
East Tennessee. Hello, Paul Hamilton.
it's late there.
We're just giving everybody a minute to jump on. But for those of you who have never joined us before, we do this on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Central, which is now. So it started off as a liquidation Q&A, and we still do that. So if you have questions, be sure to put them on all caps. It makes it a lot easier for us to find them. And this is a great place to talk about liquidation or just to talk in general.
Yes.
Just to update everyone on what's going on. So yes. Okay, cool. We do have a first live Q&A. Mad Vito 55. That's awesome. Hi, Jessica
2
Shields.
a.m. That is crazy.
Yeah. Hard
Well, thank
working.
you. I don't know if you're tired. Thanks for staying up late. If you stayed up late to watch us, you can.
Or you could be working nights.
So thank you, Carmen Velez. I think that's how you say it. Is that how you say it? We're we still find it hard to believe that people find our lives interesting. We just like to have fun. So yeah. If anybody was not on the live stream Tuesday night and you have since watched our episodes of Extreme Unboxing, let us know what you thought. And yeah.
He used to always wear a hat. I know he looks different in the hat, but he used to always wear a hat. And I don't know, he just got back into it for some reason.
Just a bit. My hair is long. I need to get it cut or cut it.
Oh, not working. Been waiting for our live. That's really awesome. That is really awesome. Thank you so much. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It makes us feel very, very loved and very special. All of you guys make us feel loved and
Adam?
special. So anyways, yeah. So like I was saying, if you have questions about liquidation, we still answer those. And just put them in all caps. One thing that we are currently working on, and I'll probably say this again later on in the live stream, is we have 2 different groups of people who follow this channel. One of them are people who are really in it for the entertainment value of it, which we are happy to oblige. And then there are another group of people who are entrepreneurs looking to start reselling or start selling liquidation. So Joe and I have been, for the past few weeks, if you've been following our lives or listening to our vlogs, we've been trying to figure out a way to support both groups of people because both of them are important.
Yeah.
So we've actually been working on a Patreon group where we will provide detailed information, answer questions, do weekly lives on just the Patreon group specific for getting into the nitty-gritty details of what it's like to run liquidation. It's very, very hard to answer those questions on live because everybody's reselling business is going to look different based on your location, your time, your space, your money. So we want to be able to pour into people and help people succeed. It's a big part of why we do this. Desi is, I don't know, he's upset. I don't know why he's upset, but he's upset. So we're working through that. I do have a Patreon group set up where I'll be making posts I don't know, starting tomorrow. I do have a post for tomorrow. And just trying to get as much content out there that is easily accessible to those of you who want it.
Yes, because the how-to, the tips videos, we're going to be doing one of those per week here on YouTube, but they don't do very well.
Yes.
And it does have effects on the channel when you make videos that people don't watch or your subscribers don't watch. And the majority of the people that do watch us, they do watch us for entertainment. They do watch for the unboxing videos, which we do. I just announced in a vlog that will be out, I don't know, Saturday or Sunday, that we are moving towards doing 2 unboxing videos per week. Jessica's like, what do you tell them? But we've been working out logistics and organization, some systems to start doing 2 of those per week. And we plan on doing those Wednesdays and Saturdays. That way, if you don't work on the weekends and you want to watch an unboxing video, then we'll have a new one being released on Saturdays. But we're in the process of working out the logistics of that. And yes, we hit 20,000 subscribers today. I saw Cajun Reseller commented that. It's crazy because 5-6 weeks ago, we were at like 5,000 subscribers. So it's crazy. Crazy.
We do have a few people who are kind of talking about pallets and buying pallets and things like that. Now, I do have a blog on thefamilyflips.com where it talks, gives you a place to start where it comes to locating pallets and how we go through the process of locating pallets. A lot of people will say, you can post in here and say, hey, I'm in such and such location. Does anybody know where we can find pallets? I may not be able to help you, but we've got some great moderators in this group, all of whom have done their research. I know not everybody's pallet flipper. I know Cajun is not a pallet flipper, but he does really great on Amazon.
And he does a lot of reselling.
And he knows his stuff when it comes to reselling in general. So we're going to try to help you out. This is a community where we do try to help everyone out. There is enough for everyone to eat. So we're not going to be stingy about all of that. As well as, there was something else I wanted to say. As well as somebody on here just mentioned that they want to buy pallets, but they don't have the finances for that. That's a lot of people right now. But I've always recommended that when you start wanting to flip pallets, always start as small as you can. You can flip things in your own home. Like there is stuff that I know that you can let go of, that you can sell, so you can get in the ropes. You can find maybe someplace local to sell those items, maybe on Facebook Marketplace and such. Or you can start an eBay account. You're gonna have limited listings anyway. So that's a great way to, kind of gain traction in there, start increasing your listings so that when you do buy stuff that you can sell online, that would be, you would have that already set. You'd already know a lot about shipping. Shipping trips a lot of people up. And you know a little bit about the listing process before you have tons of inventory and you don't even know what to do with it.
I started just by selling stuff in my house, and it's an easy way that you can get into this business without having to invest any upfront money. It's just selling the extra stuff around your house. Because in all honesty, not everybody has, not calling everybody lazy, because that's not the right word, but reselling is hard. Pallet flipping is hard, and it's not for everyone. Like, it takes a lot of dedication and focus, and depending on where you are in life with how much time responsibilities you have, it's hard. And anyone can do this. Said about Target pallets, we've got a couple that we're getting next week. So we've got Natural State Liquidators. They're here in town. They're going to pick up some Target pallets for us.
I'm excited
when
about
they
it.
go and get some pallets here, I guess next week, because they're getting, 15 or 16 pallets a week now. So we look forward to getting some Target pallets next week to unbox here in a couple of weeks.
Okay, it's okay. So Joanne, you're already reselling slowly in a small way. Do you have to qualify to buy from Amazon? Will they come get the pallet after you've emptied it? No. Here's kind of how that happens. So Amazon themselves do not. You can't like go to the Amazon website and buy a pallet. So what happens is all of the returns and the shelf pulls that are in the Amazon warehouses, it costs money for Amazon to store them. It costs Amazon money to destroy them. So what they do is they a lot of times it's not even on a pallet. That happens later. They just take all of these items and they have contracts with big liquidator companies. These liquidators go and pick them up. It costs a lot of money to do that, but they do it. They palletize the items and then they sell them to the highest bidder. So you're not looking for Amazon to find your pallet. You are looking for a liquidator. And you can consider it more like an all sales final kind of thing. They're not going to do anything else. You're responsible for offloading and getting rid of your own pallet, moving your items, and all of that. That is not the job of the liquidator. This is kind of like a, you buy it and you get what you got. And if, you know, so that's why we always encourage people to do their research, to start watching pallet flipping videos, because it is not, you're not employed by any person. You're not employed by Amazon or any liquidator. You are in business for yourself. You're in charge of doing the research to get your own products.
Yep.
And there's a lot of risk involved with that. So that's where you have to do as much research as possible.
Yeah. And also, Joanne, I know you said like you don't want to join Patreon, and that's fine. That's really for people who are willing, like we are willing to give more time for people. Like our time, it's valuable.
And we
like,
don't have a lot of it.
We don't have a lot of it. It's like the more time that we spend away from, you know, our reselling business or even YouTube business, the less money that we make. And like we're in business to make money. Like we want to help people out, and we're not even charging people a lot of money. But also on these live streams, like there's only 67 people watching right now, but usually there's like 200 or 300 people watching, and there's way more questions than we have time for.
So we always want to, in our vlogs, we always give as many tips. We want to see everybody successful. It is possible to do it without joining Patreon. There are so many good people out there, not just us, but if you look and you see the wrenches, those are moderators. Most of them have channels that have really great information about reselling. And then there's a lot of Facebook groups. And so there's a lot of information out there. Patreon is just a place that if you want it, like, and you want to pay for it, you can go there and I can basically consolidate all that information in something that's a lot more easily digestible.
Yeah.
So you're not so overwhelmed.
Written content, video content,
right.
A lot more.
Yes. So we're not saying we're not going to answer questions or that we're not going to be here for you. We're still going to be the same. We're just adding something else.
And we honestly, like, we have a hard time answering all the questions that we get now. Like it's very, very difficult. I know
What's
earlier.
Up, Chris? Yes,
What's
lives
up?
on Thursdays at this time at 7 Central, which would
And
be...
Chris, if you are interested, not Chris, but if y'all are interested in learning a lot about eBay selling, online selling, then you want to check out Daily Refinement. He has helped us out so much.
We owe a lot of our success to especially our eBay business, to him and his mentorship. It's been really good. So he's perfect for that.
They start as little as $5 a month, Julian. There's a $10 one. There's one that we're adding, which is going to include a liquidator's guide, a lot more tutorials, a lot more ebooks that we are in the process of building over the next couple of weeks. Weekly live chats in that liquidator type. We haven't made a title for it or set a price point, but it's not going to be much. And if somebody really can't afford it and they want to learn, like we're not going to get anybody out of it. But I know Joanne earlier asked about delivery. You can't really set delivery times. That when you buy a pallet, you can have the liquidator ship it to you, or you can arrange your own shipping. But it's usually you'll have a day that they will deliver it. They may call you 45 minutes before, or they may just show up at your house. You can have them meet you at your storage unit, but you don't know when it's going to be. Like you're going to be at the mercy of them either calling you, or you're going to have to wait there and just wait for them to show up. So
yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah. So we have. Did I miss anyone's questions? Okay. Julian said, "How much is the Patreon?" You already answered that one, right?
Yep.
All right. Cool. Cool beans. Cool beans.
Yep.
How's everybody doing?
What's up, XYZ?
Can't see me.
Yes.
I like it. It rhymes.
It does. Oh, it is say that.
Yeah. XYZ can't see me.
Oh, we don't see you. We don't see you. My bad. There's something else we're gonna talk about.
So that last unboxing video that we released on yesterday night. How about that?
Have y'all watched it?
Have you?
We knew going into it, like we knew when we went to Southern Liquidation that there were signs. I know, Joanne, you asked about what are signs. You know, we're making a video here soon, probably tomorrow, about how questions you can ask, warning signs that you can look for, things like that, so that you can ask your liquidator questions when you go and you buy. Like, we knew that it was not going to be a very good experience, but we also got it on tape. It's on our YouTube channel of what exactly they said. So we bought in good faith that the rest of it, that they weren't lying. Like,
those of you who are looking into liquidators, let's kind of talk about what happened here, because I think a lot of people were asking, well, this makes me not want to buy a return pallet. This makes me not want to do this, that, and the other. It's not Amazon return pallets. We've had great luck on. Here's what happens. And this is why it's so important for you to know who your liquidators are, and not just who your liquidators are, but where they're getting their pallets. Because you may have liquidators who are buying small-time liquidators who are buying pallets from other small-time liquidators. So you're adding middlemen as you go along.
Lots of middlemen in liquidation.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's so exciting to start buying pallets. That's really cool. So I really do want to say this, because there's been a lot of comments like on our videos and everything, and I don't want to discourage anyone. I want to encourage people to do their due diligence when it comes to research. So what happened was, now not all Amazon pallets are this way, but here's what happens. The liquidator that we went to buys from another liquidator, right? And that liquidator is the one, he palletizes. Basically, he takes free-form boxes that come from Amazon and he puts them on a pallet. And Southern Liquidation purchases those pallets from them. Now, the liquidator that they purchase from is somebody who resells. Now, what they told us, what we were told when we asked the question, and we asked the question on our video, was that we asked, do they resell also? And what they said was like, yes, they do, and they pull things that are easily shippable items. Cool. We only buy things that are we sell locally. We intend to sell our pallet items locally. There's a few things that maybe we might try and sell online, but for the most part, we're trying to sell locally. What they did not tell us was that they pull items, all items, not just easily shippable items. They pull all items that they can sell online. Over $100.
Everything over $100.
So we're not getting, yes, we're getting pallets that are $1,500 to $2,000 MSRP, but they're also, you have to account for all the broken stuff, all the returns, all of that stuff. And then on top of that, they're pulling all the high priced items that could carry that pallet into success.
Usually with those pallets, there's usually 2 or 3 items that will pay for the entire pallet. And then the rest is your profit. The rest is that. And with these, like, we asked them that question and they said, oh no, there's still expensive items on the pallet. But then lo and behold, there wasn't. And I got them to say that, and I'm like, you're not telling me the truth. So like they refunded us our money, but I don't know if they would have done that for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, William, our babies are with Mimi at a football game right now, so they're having a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun for them there. We tried to do live streams with them included, but it got very distracting because they're young, and so this is one of those things where we want to be able to give you guys undivided attention, so they get to have fun with family members on Thursday nights, and they have a lot of fun.
Yep. Couple of questions about how do you find a liquidator near you. We're in Arkansas. We don't know a lot of, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of liquidators.
And there's new ones coming up every time.
Like, we don't know every liquidator. So Jessica wrote a blog post to walk you through how to find a liquidator near you. The next step is what questions to ask that liquidator, what things to look for,
and
the
we'll
process.
Post that
That's
as well.
The next blog post. But if you go to the familyflips.com blog, it's there, right there for you.
Yep. Do you guys ever buy new case packed merchandise? We don't normally. There's different kinds of pallets. There's the overstock items, which are usually brand new items. They cost a lot more, and for us to be able to sell items the way our business model is, that a lot of people are like, you're underselling. Sometimes we may, but for the most part, we're really not, because we're about cash flow. That's our business model, because we lack space. To move things. In order for us to be successful, we have to move things quickly because we don't have space to store it until it sells.
Nor do we want to store stuff for a long time.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. I'm going through. Okay. How long have you guys been in business, and who started the business first?
I started reselling around 10 years ago. I became... Woo, thank you. I became a full-time reseller 6 years ago. We got married almost 5 years ago, and we started doing it together. And then over 2 years ago, we started Liquidation.
And I'll be really honest with you. When we first got married, I did join the reselling business, and it was really, really tough. And I was actually the unsupportive spouse. I was used to my regular paycheck that I got when I was a store manager. The regular paycheck I got after that when I became a preschool teacher. So to not...
Thank you!
So to not have that steady paycheck, especially when we were in this weird growing stage and we were really trying to figure out how to do things, I probably should have kept my full-time job for a little while in retrospect, but we didn't. And so we made a lot of mistakes, and it took me a long time to come around and to really learn how to do it. So I was actually that typical unsupportive spouse that thought it was just a really dumb idea. So yes.
Then I'm going to address a comment about the price of pallets. It's not because of the TV show. The price of pallets has been going up since the pandemic started because there's a shortage of liquidation because a lot of retail businesses, they stopped taking returns. They were closed. Amazon sold only essential items for a long time. So there is a lull in the supply chain as a result. It's not because of the TV show. If people are saying it's because of the TV show, it's not. People may be increasing prices, but if your liquidator is increasing prices now because of the TV show, then that's not a liquidator that I'd want to buy from. They're just trying to take advantage of people and line their pockets because there's other liquidators that are out there that are not going to increase the prices because their prices are set from... The way it works in liquidation is you get contracts that there are liquidators that get contracts to buy from Amazon, from Walmart, that those contracts are usually set like a year in advance. So we're already 3 months into those contracts that they're locked into those prices for the next 9 months. So the prices are the prices for the next 9 months. If there are liquidators that are increasing prices now, it's because they're just trying to take advantage of the situation. And those are people that I'm not really wanting to buy from.
Right.
That, yeah, if it's 10 or 15%, I can understand that. But there's only so much money on... Woo!
That color matches
Right.
my shirt.
And a lot of people, they blame the show on prices of pallets going up, and then they blame, extreme couponing on A&E and storage wars. Let's compare apples to apples here and oranges to oranges just for a second. And if you see other questions, I won't spend too long because I know we talk about this a lot, but I know there's lots of new people to the channel. So storage wars, when you buy a storage locker, that people have stuff in storage for years and years and years that they usually stop paying because they either die, something happens, they forget about it, they don't have money, it doesn't get paid, what have you. And there could be a very high ceiling, a potential of money in that storage locker. Like, it's a lot of potential in it, right? A very low cost barrier to enter that market because you can buy a storage locker for $50, $100, $200. Extreme couponing, the A&E ruined extreme couponing. Extreme couponing, it was a defunct system to begin with, that it's easy. Like, you didn't have to spend any money to do it, and anybody could do it, right? So then pallets have a limited amount of money on the pallet. Like, there's not going to be $10,000 on one pallet. There could be, but that's very, very unlikely. Most of the time, I mean, I say 10,000, there could be $10,000. It could be, but the pallet may cost you $4,000 or $5,000 because they know what's on the pallet.
Right.
So it's a lot lower ceiling, but the floor level, it's a lot more expensive to buy into. So, like, this is not going to increase prices as much.
And if it does, it's going to be people who have a little bit of extra maybe from their stimulus package or whatever, and they want to try and do this, but there's a lot of work and there's a lot of risk. The people who are going to stick around are going to be the people who actually want to do it. Because it's not a quick buck and it's not a get rich quick scheme. So it's going to be really, really difficult for those people. And so one pallet here or there, And also keep in mind, with any business, whether you're in restaurants, pallet flipping, reselling, whether you're, you own a brick and mortar or you have an online e-commerce store, whether you make your own products or whatever, the market is always changing. If it's not the TV show, it's going to be something else. It's going to be a recession. It's going to be something. And so as entrepreneurs, as you guys are starting your business or you're going through with your business, like, you're going to have to adjust to change regardless of what, of things that are outside of your control, regardless.
Yeah.
So, one of the things that I was telling people, a lot of people who were saying these kinds of things like, oh, the prices of pallets are going to go up. If it does, you had, when we started talking about this was a month before the show aired.
Yeah.
I was like, you have
a month and a half.
You have over a month and a half to prepare. And even now, people aren't going to go out and buy pallets right now, even with the show. Yeah. There's going to be some time that people are going to go and get it. So now you have time to start finding inventory or saving money for inventory, one or the other, if you decide to do pallets, that is.
And I would say if you're looking at getting into pallet flipping, like, don't start like thinking you're going to be so big.
Yeah.
Like, just start like, how can I make an extra $200 per week?
Yeah.
How can I make an extra $300 per week? Like, you should worry, like, because people are like, there's more and more liquidators that are popping up everywhere. Like, we didn't have to worry about competition where we are.
Yeah.
But now there's 2 liquidators within 2.5 hours from us now. There are 4 liquidators that we know of.
Yeah.
So, like, we know of now.
Like,
there used to be one other person in our town that sold pallet goods, but now there's like 3 and 4 different people, right? So we have competition now, right? So how do you do that? How do you circumvent the competition? Well, you build customer service, you build your own way with rapport with customers, you have good prices, those types of things. But also, if you're looking at doing it, like, don't just go buy a whole bunch of pallets. Like, look on Facebook, get an idea of who your competition is in your area, and reach out to them. Maybe look at, what they're selling and the types of stuff that they're selling, and maybe try and offer something else than what they are selling.
Yeah, for sure. Joanne and Diane, fun times. Have you guys noticed an increase in business since the TV show? We've noticed a lot more attention. It hasn't really equated to like profits, but we are trying to figure out with the extra attention, how can we serve the people who are watching us now best? So that's not $ amount right now, but we think that it might be someday.
It's like we kind of have only always done pallet. Like, when we used to have the warehouse, it was a full-time income. But pallet flipping is only one tool that we use to get income. Like, we sell other stuff also that we don't get from liquidation pallets.
Yeah.
That it's just been a part-time thing for us.
Yeah. Jessica Stewart says, any quick tips on Target, not the store, pallet / lot buying, finding pallets with multiples of certain things? We do actually also have some people in here. I don't know if Pallet Jack is on here. I know he's done Target. Who else has done Target? Somebody just said they were doing Target.
I know anyone can do this. He likes Target stuff, but I know he doesn't have a YouTube channel. I don't think he does. He didn't used to. I know he's always talked about it, but he never did. But I know Pallet Jack, and he does lots of Target case pack and stuff like that. So thank you, Nikki T. So there's lots of information out there about Target. We're fixing to get into the Target stuff.
Yeah.
Just because we want to learn. Now it's like we're in a point now where we can take more risk with pallets. Like before, like if we took a risk on a pallet and we didn't do well, like it set us back for a little while. But now, because of other businesses that we're in with YouTube, actually we're making money on YouTube now, we can take risk on pallets and learn more stuff about other pallets so that we can then in turn tell y'all about our experiences and things that y'all can look for and ask for.
Yeah. Tom King, the TV show did not tell us where to buy pallets. The only thing that they, kind of talked to us, they had to get permission to show if we bought a pallet from a specific place. All they did was make sure they had permission to advertise, put them on TV.
Yeah.
Some places said yes, some places said no, but that's pretty much it. They did not. We picked our own pallets. They did not touch them. They got delivered to our house the way that we normally do.
Yeah.
They basically just watched us do what we always do.
Yeah, and you'll see one of the pallets that we unboxed this last Tuesday was an Amazon shelf pull pallet. One that we have coming on this Tuesday night episode. We're in one episode of the 2. It's an Amazon shelf pull pallet. There's some sporting good pallets that we have coming up that we unboxed. So yeah, they didn't this show's not fake. Like, they didn't tell us what to do. They didn't tell us what to say. They didn't plant stuff in our pallets. If they did,
Yeah. Oh, Word Vendor, wants to know if we're going to do V-necks. I think we should do V-necks, but Joe's not a fan of
For
the
what?
V-necks.
The other shirts?
For our shirts, yeah.
Yeah. And our shirts have hit a snag. If you've ordered a shirt, we're so sorry. Like, there's a snag. They went to print the shirts, and then the logo got all messed up.
So yes, we're getting there.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. But we've never done shirts before, so this is also a learning process. Let's see. Oh, low key Anon. We are on Extreme Unboxing on A&E. It's on Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. So, and we've had about 4 episodes. Those, well, we're not in all of them, but those episodes can be found actually streaming on A&E TV right now. Yep. So you can see those, and then the new ones will come out on Tuesday. Ooh, ooh. What's been your experience with Sterilite boxes on Target pallets? Are they usually filled with items or just the bins?
We don't have any experience with Target pallets.
Anybody else who does Target pallets? The Sterilite bins?
We're creatures of habit. We got on Amazon returns and Amazon shelf pull pallets a long time ago. And we got to where, except for this last set of 3 pallets from this one particular location, that we knew what to expect from them, and we were always operating within a certain profit amount. So we kind of stuck with that. Now we're kind of venturing out.
Anyone can do this. Spent $1,400 on 5 Target pallets today, which is pretty good.
Yes.
And then just off a few electronics, found that they're already looking at 40% of the money back. Brand new items. That's awesome. Yeah. And Sarah says, she's my best friend. Y'all can say hi to her. She says, pretty sure no one could ever script me. It's true.
I don't like being told what to do.
Or what to say.
I mean, there was one script, like in the beginning of the episode, or the show, how it has us going through different stuff, and I'm like, and the best part is I get to stay home in my underwear, right? Like, that was me going off script, because I don't like to be told what to do. So yeah.
This is unscripted.
Yes.
I mean, he's okay, Shannon. He's all right.
I can be a jerk sometimes. I can be. It happens. I'm sure we're all a little jerky sometimes. So it happens.
Well, I can be a jerk too, but I'm also the funnier one.
She's the funnier one. 1, if I'm the funniest. 2, if she's the funniest. What's up, Amanda? Amanda was one of the originals when we were a phone farming channel. I think she got in like when we were under 100 subscribers.
3? That's cheating.
They're smart. They're smart. Yeah. Sarah says 1 though, because she knows. She knows.
Yes, y'all. I don't know. We've been talking a lot about pallets, and we don't normally talk about that much about liquidation, but I guess that's where the conversation is going.
Yes.
So, have we ever bought Amazon truckloads? We have.
Yes. Thank you, Cassandra. We bought 2. We had a warehouse. Listen to this. This is why we say slow down.
Oh, man.
We bought 1 pallet, and we lost money. So I'm like, let's buy more. So we bought 2 more. We got a 3D printer off of the first pallet, paid for both other pallets. So like we bought 2 more pallets, and I'm like, hey, we can do this. Let's get a warehouse and start buying truckloads. And we're like, we'll just sell it all on eBay. No, you can't sell everything on eBay.
Listen, we even bought a truckload of Amazon small box thinking, we can just send it to Amazon FBA and we can do all this other stuff. It was oh my gosh.
That right there taught us a lot and how to talk, because we didn't talk very often then.
It's
and
really,
it got
really
us in trouble.
Well, it's really hard when we're speaking 2 different languages. Joe and I don't know if you guys know this, but Joe and I are like completely different people, and so we have different love languages. We speak different languages. We'll be fighting or like arguing about something, and we're like saying the same thing, just in a different way.
I'm like I've been saying that.
No, I've been saying
that.
And then
I'll come back the next day. I'm like, so what you were saying was this, and she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
And then we're both like, and then there was that one time we were like heated argument, like, no, listen. And then finally we're just like, yeah, that's what I was saying. He's like, I was saying that too. All right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And then we just kind of were like, well, now what?
Yeah. Yeah, it's his, it's how good. I thought we missed a question
I think
somewhere.
we did. Somebody put, okay, John and Diane, while you're looking, let me read that one while you look.
All right.
It says, what platform do you sell more on, eBay, Amazon, or Marketplace? Our biggest thing, and somebody also asked about our flea market booth, so I'm going to answer 2 questions here. You can scroll down. I've got to answer the question.
Well, we're down at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, so we don't sell on Amazon. We have our opinions about Amazon. Some people swear by it. I just don't want to sell like returns or liquidated goods on Amazon because it causes a lot of problems. But there are some people on here that do very, very well with it. So if you're wanting to sell on Amazon, we can recommend a few people for you. But also, we sell on eBay we have some wholesale items that we sell on eBay in a different store. And then any liquidated goods, we do have a Family Flips eBay store that we sell. Just stuff that we can still profit on if we sell online, just to increase the amount of people it's in front of. But majority of our pallet goods are actually sold locally via Facebook Marketplace or in our flea market booth. Which is it's done very well. It's not something that we have to man ourselves. It's a building that has employees that run the flea market for us. We just have to keep it stocked and advertise it ourselves. So that's what we do there. We also have a Facebook group where some of the items that we can ship that we don't put on eBay, we can put those there. You guys are welcome to join it. There is a link in the description as well. And we're trying to figure out the format for that. But it's there, so you guys can buy some of the stuff you see on the unboxings.
Yeah, and we've been selling some stuff from there too.
Yes.
So while we have 100 people watching, if y'all didn't get notified that we went live tonight, make sure y'all fix that by hitting the bell icon to get notified when we go live or we put out new videos.
Woo, woo.
So.
Woo, 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 woo.
Josh says, have you ever thought about buying from bulk? We have thought about it a lot, and we have looked, we have gone to buy. I just, it's one of those things like, I haven't, so I don't know what to expect, and I would rather buy what I know what to expect, so we haven't moved forward. And the price, a lot of people, they do very well with bulk. I know a lot of their stuff is manifested. And I think for me, that is a bigger turnoff because I can see what's on it. I'm like, nah, I don't think I want any of that stuff. Versus buying unmanifested, you never know what you're going to get. So.
What happened with eBay? I used to get emails from y'all.
We probably used a different store. We have different stores, different eBay accounts that we use. So that account probably... we quit using because we like to use multiple ones because you never know with selling liquidated goods. Sometimes you get hit with a complaint saying that, you're selling counterfeit stuff, even though you're not, or you try to sell like a Whirlpool thing or some item that other companies don't want you to sell. So we always have multiple eBay accounts to sell on.
Yeah. There was something I wanted to talk about. There is a guy, his name is Richard Bell. And he has been super, super helpful with us. He reached out with the kindness of his heart and emailed us and was talking to us about some safety tips and things. He is a retired law enforcement officer, and he has a kind of like a class and a website and all that. And he was giving us some really good tips about, ways that we can be safe while we're vlogging. And he was actually the one that encouraged us to reach out to up our security and things like that. And we just wanted to make sure, we wanted to correct it on our live stream because we have a unique group of people that watch our live streams. But we were talking a lot about that last, what was it, Tuesday? Yeah, it was the Tuesday live stream. And I just, one of the things that he was saying, I guess we had talked about, getting like, concealed carry licenses and things like that, just in case something were to happen, and to get training. And we never mentioned about like training and weapon safety, and he was like, please make sure that you mention, and I think it's a good idea, that if you do decide to up your security and do stuff like that, to always have like safety training and to consistently keep up with that training. Because he was telling me, he's like, I've heard so many stories about people who are just trying to be safe, didn't have the training, and then somebody unintentionally got really, really hurt in the process, you know, unintended, like a family member or something like that. So I did want to make sure I said that because I told him that I would. And on top of that, I think it's a good idea. Just to, if you decide to do anything, I know a lot of people have differing opinions about safety and stuff like that, which, you know, everybody's allowed to have their opinion about that. But if you do decide to do something like that, making sure that you do all the proper safety precautions and getting the right education is super important. So yes, but if anybody's interested in learning more about gun safety or anything, I can let you know. You can look him up. So I just want to make sure I said that before I forgot.
Let's see. Keely asked, do we ever open our garage or garden to people for sales? No, we don't want anybody coming here to the house.
Mostly because we need safety.
We want, if we weren't going to be on the TV show and if we didn't think YouTube was going to grow, then we probably would be okay with it. But since we are in the public image, that a lot of people may think that we make tons of money or we keep cash here since we resell stuff, which we don't do any of that. So we just, as a safety precaution, we just don't do it.
It's crazy times, and there's a lot of really hurt and broken people out there who are very, very desperate. And so, you know, we just want to make sure that, you know, we don't give people more of an opportunity when desperate times come. So that's why the flea market booth is there. You know, and if we can ever, like, if there's ever, they do have this thing that goes down this highway. They canceled it because of COVID this year, but next year we might try and put up like a big booth. It's like a big, like long. It's
like 127.
Yeah.
I-40. It's height 64 galore. It's the same concept.
Yes. If you're worried about, Joanne, if you're worried about PO, if not having a PO address, you know, it's probably a good idea in the long run. If you're doing like small time stuff, you know, don't stress too much about it. But if at any point you can move your home address out of that, it would not be a bad idea at some point. But you know, I don't want to stress you out either. So
low key, Aaron asked if we have thought about doing YouTube lives. What's up, School Star Fashions? I don't like.
Her name's Rita.
I don't want to do auctions on our YouTube channel. Like, I want our YouTube channel to be really for entertainment and for education. It's empower, encourage, and equip people to pursue after their dreams. So, like, for us, trying to sell to people, like the people that watch, it was never in the forefront of our mind until we started getting 10 emails a day asking, like, hey, do you still have this? Do you have this?
Yeah.
So we started making the items available in our Facebook group. But doing that with the auctions, it's just not. We tried doing some auctions on Facebook for it, and it just wasn't. We didn't have the space. It's hard to do it. A lot of time. I know a lot of YouTube people that do storage auctions and different stuff. They do well, but I think it would affect our channel too much and would turn people off more than it would do. And we're just not trying to turn people off just to sell some stuff a little bit faster.
Yeah, and we can, I mean, everybody is welcome to join our Facebook group if they're interested in buying those kinds of things. It's essentially the same thing. So to do that would just be better so that we can keep our channel, you know, with education and entertainment. Yeah. And we agree, low key, we do agree. We want everyone to be prosperous as well. If you've got, we can't, and the most important thing you need to be able to be successful in this business is drive and determination, which we cannot teach. But we can give you all this other information that if you have the drive and the desire to really do something like this, you know, then you know, nobody can stop you. Yeah. You just go for it, you know, go for it. Yeah. The bargain effect, he wants.
What's up, Tommy? You missed, you want us to start over?
Yeah, we got to start over, everybody. Yeah. Tommy needs us to start over.
Yes. I think there's another question.
If you guys,
Jessica asked,
Oh, size of printer needed for shipping.
We use a Rollo printer, which is a thermal printer. I wish I would have gone to one a long time ago. For the first 2 years, I probably just used a printer with paper and ink, and I cut it out, and then I used like glue stick and tape, and it sucked. And then I went to labels, were they 4x6 labels, and used inkjet printer, and that was good. But then I got a Rollo, and I'm glad I did. I got it used really on Amazon. Nice. You can get them used on eBay too, but it's nice. The labels are so much cheaper. They print fast. I like it a lot.
Yeah. I feel like there was something else we wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it was.
I don't know.
So, you know, we're just going to chat for a second. How's everybody doing? Anything going on? Thermal one, but it looks like it's for return labels.
Yeah, so they do like those small ones. I would get the 4x6 one that can print that, because that would be more
and
ideal.
And it's ideal.
Yeah.
You said ideal.
We both
first.
said ideal.
We said
ideal.
Ideal.
We're off centered.
Oh, sorry. Here.
Yeah, get away from me.
Come on over.
It's crazy. We've got so many creative. Nana just found our channel, and it's just crazy. Like, we hit 20,000 subscribers today. I know we just talked about it earlier, but there's a lot more people watching live now. It's just crazy. We just did not think this would happen. We don't. How do you say that?
I don't know what you're trying to say, so you'll have to say it.
We never were about the views or the subscribers, but it is extremely flattering and encouraging, because we just wanted to help people, and we wanted to encourage people that wherever they are, if you don't like how your life is going, you can change. Like, that's the American dream. Is that I used to think I was trying to escape the American dream, but I had an epiphany recently, and it's the American dream. It's that you have the freedom and the ability to right where you are to change your life through hard work, through not stopping, through determination, through learning. That because of that, you have the freedom to do so.
Yes. Thanks, Kay McCoy, about my shirt. I used to always wear black, and it was just my go-to. But recently I've been trying to branch out and buy a few other colors. I still like black. I don't know. It's just very versatile, and I can wear it with a lot of things. But we had to do like a Zoom interview for one of our local news channels for Extreme Unboxing. And Joe was like, you should get a different color. You know, so I was like, okay, I'll get a different color. And I tried it, and I actually really like it. And I've gotten a few compliments today, so I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see. Amanda, we are going to be in 5 episodes that we know of Extreme Unboxing.
3 more.
Oh,
one Tuesday night.
Sarah, my best friend, started doing different colored shirts because she used to only wear black. Also, have you guys ever seen her? We both have dreads. We're pretty cool.
Yes. They're so dreadful.
Oh, I'm sure it's 2 o'clock in the morning over there, so it's not really like signing out early for you. So, yes. So you have a great night, and thank you so much for tuning in. We so appreciate you.
And then Rich asked about B Stock wants a sales tax number.
A sales tax number.
They have to charge you sales tax. It's required by the law to charge sales tax now on internet sales.
Yeah.
So I would give them a sales tax number. I would try and get a reseller's permit, a business license, so that you can purchase your items tax free.
Yes.
Because that's 10%. Just it's not 10% taxes everywhere, but that's almost 10%. Save you some money.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Where are we at here? How do you feel about the YouTube financial stream? I know there's a lot of money potential on YouTube, and there is, but it also depends on a lot of things. You know, there's different groups, like there's different niches that you can fall into. And all of those have different ratios of how much money you can earn. So I think it's a great way to make money. If, you know, if you treat it like a business, you remain consistent.
What's up, Edit to Flip It? I forget her name. Do you remember her name? I'm so sorry. We should know. I'm horrible with.
But we've also filmed 2 unboxings today.
We did.
I'm a little exhausted. That's gonna mess me up.
I know. But
I feel terrible.
anyone can do this. Yes, I can do it. I don't know. I know here in Arkansas, like
Susie!
yes.
That's what I knew. It started with an S. I was like, it's not.
In case y'all didn't know, Jessica and I are both ordained ministers here in the state of Arkansas. We used to run a ministry school that was a school, 2-year program to
Our ministry
ordain
school was a
other
school.
ministers. So yes, in case you did not know that, so we can legally marry you. I know here in Arkansas, I don't know what the process is for other states.
I've already looked into it. We would have to pay to get ordained in that state. but-
Okay, so
Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be fun. Joanne, the platform is on A&E. So you would need cable to watch it live. But you can also watch it the next day. They stream it on anetv.com.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely able to do that.
and there is a A&E app that you can download on your Roku to watch it the next day.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Keely has a good question if you probably would.
Where
like
is it?
to. Right there. If y'all have questions, make sure y'all put them in all capitals. That's right. Capital letters.
Keely says, you say you're natural living people, which I take to mean environmentally conscious. Is that correct? Does it have a negative or positive effect on your business? That's a really good question.
It is.
So natural living, yes, we are environmentally conscious, but that is not all that means. So basically, and the environment part of it is a big drive for us. We do try to recycle, reuse. Thank you. But we do try
Y'all are awesome.
we do try to recycle and reuse everything. One of the things that we do love about this business is that, over $1 billion. Oh, it's more than $1 billion.
It's like
almost a trillion
pounds.
pounds of returns find themselves in landfills every year.
Yeah.
We're very, and so for us, being able to buy this stuff and being able to find new homes for it is really great, and we do love that. It's just something that we do, and it's a driver, but it's a small driver of why we do that. But naturally living also means that we are people that believe that God has given us what we need to live here and be healthy and fruitful. We like to eat natural foods. We like to grow food in our garden. We like to make, if we have, ailments, we believe that there are plants and there are things that we can use. Now, thank goodness we live in a world that if I have a really bad infection, we have antibiotics that can treat that. We're not against 21st century medicine. We're not against doctors. We all belong to a pediatrician. We all see doctors. We make sure that we're healthy. But just in that case, we don't go to medicine and pills and certain things like that right off the bat.
Yeah.
We like to treat not the symptom, but the underlying issue of that symptom.
Yeah.
So we like preventative health, which is why we exercise regularly. We eat whole foods when we can. We use, plants and oils and all those kinds of things to use the medicinal properties in those items. And then if that doesn't work and we need something stronger, we're very fortunate to live in a place where we can get very, very readily antibiotics and things like that to be able to help with that process. So that's what natural living means. We take care of the earth, and we want the earth to take care of us, because that's how God intended it. So that's that. I hope that answers your question. If you have any other questions about that, just let me know. Let's see.
What's up, Marie?
Yes, Sarah. I'm gonna make you famous, because if I eat, we all eat. I believe in not when you get success, not to build taller walls, but build a longer table. And so that's a big reason why we do this. We want to make sure that everybody has a chance to eat. So, yeah, let's see, where are we at? I don't know. I've had a lot of.
Thank you. I'm horrible with names. I'm always the one that tries to say. I'm not very good at pronunciating things. Letters, they do funny things when I see them because of dyslexia. So yes.
What's up, TJ?
TJ,
you know how. Now that's a good liquidator y'all can follow. Liquidate pallet flipper. person that you can follow. I watch their videos. They're awesome. Also, he's got good cinematography.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous.
Yes. But Dan, if it's, they have to, there's, because of, I don't remember the exact lawsuit it was, but when Congress enacted it, that if it doesn't matter where you sell it, if you sell it to another state, they have to collect sales tax. Like there has to be a sales tax collected. A year ago or 2 years ago, that wasn't the case, but now it's that way. It sucks for business people, but that is the way. Is there's taxes. Thank you, crypto investors. Hey, I still got the Nerf gun, TJ. Which one? The big orange one? Because I'm fixing to take it to the flea market booth tomorrow. So you better tell me if you want it, because it works.
Jessica Shields, am I being quiet tonight? Maybe Joe's just talking too much.
I thought I wasn't talking a lot tonight. I've been purposely making sure to give you space.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, look, y'all, listen. Like, unboxing stuff and filming it, like, is really, it's probably the most tiring day.
Yeah.
Like, when we do filming days for that, like, those are the days I sleep so good.
Yeah. Like, we're starting to, because we're going to 2 unboxing videos per week, probably in 3 weeks. So today we're starting to build that habit of doing that, because if we're going to make it work, like we're looking at doing a lot of things we're going to be sharing in vlogs over the next week or so, that we have to film both unboxing videos in the same day, so that we're not taking stuff out of the garage twice a week, bringing stuff in, that we get in a flow. Because I'm sure that y'all can tell in some unboxing videos that it takes us a while to get into a flow. But when we do them on the same day, we're able to continue that flow, because we're trying, like, we've been listening to people's feedback. We're trying to get rid of some of the redundant stuff. I'm trying to make sure that I don't say bucks all the time, but then I started saying easy money. So we're trying to shorten them a little bit.
And a lot of the things that we say a lot. Like,
yeah.
People ask us a lot, where do we find liquidators? People ask us a lot what app we use to find those things. So we say them, but we forget that we've said them, like, in the same unboxing video. So we're having to be really cautious. Like, okay, did we say that this time? And then if you're doing 2, we're doing 2. Like, we're like straight up, like, we're being like all professional about it too. We're even changing our clothes between them.
Yeah.
So we're not like looking like we're doing it the same day. Like, we're like,
but y'all know, if y'all are watching
y'all
this,
got the
y'all
inside
know
scoop.
the secrets.
We got inside scoop. Yeah. So
there's
like,
so much that you can do with film that we learned from filming. Like, there's so much you can do. It's crazy.
oh my gosh, you guys are so awesome. Look at Kyle. He says that we're awesome, and he's been watching us get through tough times. And we love Canada.
Yes.
I love
wanna
Canada.
go.
Canada are like the nicest.
And I don't know. I think it was low-key, Aaron. I love America. I love supporting. I am a patriot. So yes, I will support.
Yeah. Yes. Let's see. Oh, cool, Dan. So Dan is a reseller as well. So he might have some good advice for anybody who's trying to get off reselling as well. The craziest things we've ever found in a pallet. I'm going to say something, and I'm going to say words that are going to be hard to decipher, but I don't know how many children are watching. I'm just pausing for a minute so everybody can kind of...
Well, I'll reference something you might see on the show. I don't know. You know how Steve and Steph found butt plugs on their episode on Tuesday? We also found butt plugs in one of our unboxings, but I don't know.
And we were talking to another couple,
and they found butt plugs too. So,
but we found, actually, my mother-in-law found, Joe's mom found that it's back when we had the warehouse. We had tons, and we weren't filming all of our unboxings. We were just picking pallets and doing some of them. But so they were going through pallets, and they were trying to get it done, and you know, my mother-in-law, she likes to come and she would help us out, like extra pair of hands.
She did.
She would be happy to help. She's very sweet.
I'll never forget it.
And one day, she goes into she looks, she goes, oh, this is a big box. It's really heavy. She looks inside, she goes, oh!
She did. She has this unique laugh, and she gave it. I was like, oh crap, what did she find?
And it was an adult life-size doll.
Like rigor mortis had set in.
And like it was all messed up because they had like they'd used it and returned it.
Yeah, there was like hairs on it that shouldn't have been there.
Her fingers were like
this.
And we were like, I don't even know.
Did we take a picture of it?
No, we didn't.
We should have taken.
I wasn't gonna gonna take a picture
Well,
of that?
is that like bad that you know? I wish we had some evidence, not to like
Exactly,
to
TJ.
look upon it, but man, it was crazy. Like it was, her feet were all crazy. It was funny. We threw it in the dumpster. That was
An
the
adult plastic friend.
Yeah. Oh,
it was more silicone.
It was silicone. It was straight. Like it felt real. Like except for I had to pick her up by the legs. My mom picked her up.
Oh
by
no!
the
I know it was.
And,
I was carrying the baby.
It felt weird. Like it felt so weird, but like it felt dense inside. Like there was bones and stuff inside. It was crazy. It was like an $800, $700 doll.
Susie, I don't know what kind of hair it was.
It was blonde.
I don't know what kind of. It was hair, and it was human, and it didn't belong to this brown brunette.
Oh, the pubic hairs. Oh yeah, I thought about the girl's hair.
It was not. It did not belong to the doll, and I don't know what kind of hair it was. I didn't look that close.
It looked to be some specimens on the.
Stop.
Oh, my head. Oh, it hurt. We're all adults here. I'm done. Okay, Dan, I took it too far. I apologize. We'll keep it rated G. I hope.
They also found the pump. They found two things.
Oh, they did find that too.
Because there was the pump. That was the first one, and then the second one was that it was perfectly enclosed, like it hadn't even been opened.
Yeah.
Her feet were crazy.
They were crazy, man. They were
I will
crazy.
take a spider over another one of those, though. I'm just gonna say. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know.
There is a little something that we filmed an unboxing today, and Jessica got scared. So
Men can always take it to the next level. For sure, though. For real. Yeah, the children can come back in now. Good Lord.
Sorry, y'all.
I know I did lose it over the spider, so maybe that was wrong. Maybe I was that's why I was like, when I said that I would take that over a spider, I was like, maybe not though. That one doesn't move, and I can throw it away. Spiders, they move, and then on top of that, like here's where it gets complicated with me and spiders, okay? Because as somebody who knows the usefulness of spiders, right? I have no problem with spiders outside of my home where I know that they are there. But when they're in my house and they just show up out of nowhere like, hey, what's going on?
They do.
That's what freaks me out. Like, I have to know where you are. And like, if they're inside the house and they're close to a window or a door, like, I'm gonna move them outside. I'm not mean or awful. They're so useful. They're just very practical animals. I wish they didn't have so many eyes and legs.
Yes. What's up, Jamestown, New York?
Ooh, that's cool.
New York's our second most. We're the most popular in California, followed by New York, Florida, and then Texas.
It wasn't a blow up, Amanda.
It was
a silicone
life
friend.
Proportioned.
Somebody said friend, and I liked that.
Friends with benefit.
Exactly, Cajun. Spiders get rid of the bad bugs,
yes.
the awful ones. So I like them. They need to announce their presence, which would be even more terrifying. So maybe they don't need to do that.
It was.
Jessica, don't have to describe it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was. Yeah.
Centipedes are worse than spiders. More legs. Why are we talking about this? Can we move on? I'm freaking
Anybody
out.
have any other questions?
I'm freaking out. The worst part is when I see one, and then for the next like 20 minutes, I think there's one on me. Like every little thing, like the.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it. 5 cans in a wall of a flip. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? 5 cans in the wall of a flip. Like a house flip? Like in the wall of a house?
5 cans of gold, of
5
money.
5 cans of ketchup?
Yeah. And we want to know if y'all you're not resellers, but you're looking at doing reselling.
For $41,000? Wait a minute. You found... Dude, wait a minute. I need to know this story. I wish I could just have you come up here and tell me this story. So you found 5 cans of beer in a house wall and you flipped it for $41K? Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. There's all different.
Incredible.
I would say there's all different kinds of reselling. Liquidation is only
Tom,
one.
not nice.
One kind of reselling. That there are lots of different ways to skin the cat or sorry, pet lovers out there. We're not going to skin a cat. We're actually looking at getting a cat. Bad example, because it's sad that I even have to say that, because for some reason people on YouTube in the world, they'll call you on your words. But there's many different ways.
And they were empty.
That you can earn money by reselling.
I'm like flabbergasted right now.
Finding beer cans in the wall and selling for $41,000 is one way.
Are they like antique golden crusted beer cans? Oh, more than one way to peel a banana. That's a good idea. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, somebody asked, most of our business comes from eBay, flea markets, or Facebook Marketplace. That depends on the current market.
eBay has been by far where we make the most money, but not
Lately.
liquidation on eBay.
Right.
We're still doing more sales on eBay than other platforms, but we don't really talk about that a lot because we don't give away all the secrets. We don't make enough money to do that.
Very rare cans.
That's crazy.
So they just drank the beer, put them in the wall back in like way back then. That's incredible. I don't know. I'm just like, this story is just very interesting to me. $41,000.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. The most money is spent on the pallets, the storage,
Pallets.
groceries. I'm just kidding.
No. I mean, you say pallet, because we have
pallets.
to have them shipped in. We can probably get pallets for $300 to $400 a piece at 2 a week. That's $600. Our storage unit, we pay like $160 a month for a 10 by 30 unit. And then flea market booth rental is like $220, but we're doing like almost $1,000 a month there. So it's that.
They've since sold for over 100K.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, that story
that's
is like
lifetime
blowing
fine.
me away.
It's a lifetime fine.
Have we looked into Legos? Like to play with? Because Joe loves Legos.
I don't, there's lots of money to be made in Legos, but it's just not what we like to do. There's lots of different ways. I mean, there's so many different things. That stuff's, it's just, I don't really like it that much. Not that, you can make lots of money, but it's just not something I like to do. Like it's, you find what you enjoy doing and then you do that. And I like pallets. I like that. I like the other stuff because I'm very much a numbers person. And I know if I buy this for $5, I can sell it for $25 and make $15. I like that. It's very much accounting, but then we also have the calculated gamble with liquidation where you never know what you're going to get. So it kind of feeds both of my desires.
Yes. Oh, good point. The point is never throw anything until you check.
Yeah.
That's good. Lisa Missy says, I'm wanting to do this so bad. You make it look so easy, but I can't get it. Okay. Just a little honesty for you here. Just a little authenticity for you. We show you guys, we've been vlogging like this for only a few months, right? So we're learning how to tell this story. But what you didn't see was 3 or 4 years ago when Joe and I were waiting for sales to come in, and when we finally had enough money to go buy groceries, we would go right then. We were buying
for that day. We would buy food for that day.
You did not see the long nights that we couldn't sleep because we were so stressed out. You didn't see us really, really being concerned and at one point getting a vehicle repossessed because we were really struggling. Now, the reason why we do this is so that you guys don't have to go through this. We made a lot of very hasty, quick decision mistakes. And like, I think one of the biggest mistakes I made starting it out was that when we got married, I went ahead and quit my job so I could jump into the reselling business without stabilizing what we had first. And that was probably one of the biggest mistakes that I made. If I could go back, I mean, I wouldn't change anything now because it made us who we are. But if I had known if I had known then what I know now, I would have not quit my job and stabilized, and then I would have worked my way back into the reselling business. Because that caused a lot of mistakes. And then we grew too fast and we made those kinds of mistakes. And so it's one of those situations where we're finally at a point And we've learned from those mistakes, and we've sat and been very, very careful, made a plan, and we're going through with that plan where now we're coming out of all of that. We're learning how to grow organically. We're learning how to grow slow, and we're being really calm and careful about it. And we're sharing that experience with you. But I have no problem sharing with you the hard times and the struggles and all of the mistakes that we made. And even now we post in our vlogs the mistakes that we made.
Yeah.
Because it's important that people know that we don't have it all together. We haven't figured out. We make mistakes all the time.
Thank you.
So yes.
And it's like, for us, with all that being said, like, we wish we could go back and film a lot of the mistakes.
Yeah.
Because we know in social media and YouTube, I'm not saying all resellers, but there's a lot of people that they're trying to sell a course, so they glamorize this lifestyle. They glamorize the process, these promises of, they've got the cars in there and the girls and all this stuff. They're promising a lifestyle, but not showing you all the hard work, because like that's like the 1%. Like the 1% of people can do that, but for most people, you can't. Like, it's not going to be that way. But we've learned, like, to try to be vulnerable, to try to talk through our processes, the times that we're feeling nervous or anxious and all that. And then we get people say, "Oh, don't worry, don't be anxious," this and that. I'm like, this is like, God created us to be emotional beings. He didn't create us. What's up, Tech Hustler? And
Bones.
And 3 routers. Was it 2 routers?
2 routers.
Oh, my bad.
Maybe he upgraded.
But like, we're emotional beings. He didn't create us to be robots. So like, just because you have emotions doesn't mean that you don't have faith.
Some people may not agree with me, but I think that emotions are important, because out of places of sadness, anger, and despair, you find hope. Like, in those places, you can't always feel happy all the time, because if you feel happy all the time, you're never going to want to move.
No.
You're never going to have that drive to get up and do something better. If everything is great, then why improve,
Yeah.
So there's a fly in here.
There is.
Yeah. So, and one of those things, it's like, I've lived a life where I've felt a lot of negative emotions, and I'm thankful for it, because I came out of it. And sometimes I still struggle. I actually have things like anxiety disorder and all of those other things. And I give place for that. And that's not always the easiest thing. Sometimes I'm calling Sarah at, 2:00 in the morning, crying on my bathroom floor, because I'm really anxious, but in those moments, like, I have to go somewhere. So I get up. And I become a better person because of it. So being afraid, there's nothing wrong with being afraid. No. There's nothing wrong with being sad or overwhelmed or whatever, as long as what you do after, that's what counts. Yeah. Do you get up? Like, that's what counts.
Or do you let it just sit there, and like, do you have to let it linger? So
stop. You're so crazy.
But that's
I know, Joanne, the super chats match my blouse. I keep thinking that every time it comes up.
The Infinity asks, I'll ask the question, you can answer the question.
Okay, I don't know where it's
What's been the worst items to try and sell? My wife works full-time as a nurse. I'm in EMT, but working part-time, thinking about trying to get into it, but I don't have an idea where to start.
It's a matter of preference. I would say, it's one of those things. There's a couple of people on here that do so well with clothing. I know I think there's a couple mods on here that do clothing. And I see them on Instagram, and they do wonderful. Yeah. I wouldn't do it, because I have like 10 shirts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like doing it. I don't like measuring and figuring everything out and trying to do all of that. I do really well with home goods. I do really well with things that flip very quickly. And all of that. So I don't know. I think it really depends on what your preference is. And also, if you're going to sell locally, one thing I would always recommend is look at your market. Who's there? Your demographics. For us, for example, we're a town that has 3 colleges in it. So we have a lot of young families and college students.
Yeah.
So baby items sell really great. Like things that go with like vintage wedding stuff sells really great. Like vintagey, obviously not vintage, like that farmhouse style that's really popular right now. Things that like home decor items. and things that go great in dorm rooms, like lamps and stuff like that. We just actually unboxed a pallet that you'll see in the next couple of weeks that had lots of lamps and stuff on it. So
Lots of lamps, brand new.
We were really excited about that.
So it all depends really on how much time you have, how much space you have, and how much money you have to start. Do you only want to sell online? Well, then if you only want to sell online, then you're going to pay more for pallets or lots that provide you inventory to sell online. You'll spend more money, but you can still make money. Or do you only want to sell on Facebook Marketplace? Then you might want to buy appliances or furniture. So it really depends on those types of things. And every area is different if you want to sell locally. But the items that easily sell online, more and more people are looking for those because they're easy to sell online.
Baby gates. I knew somebody was going to bring it up. It was you, Jessica.
We're about to start listing some baby gates, but we won't ship them. The boxes are not good enough.
The integrity of the boxes are going to be too hard. But we are going to start selling baby gates. We've discovered for those of you who don't know, we got 3 pallets of baby gates. We thought it was furniture.
Yeah.
Luckily, we live in a town that lots of people need baby gates. Jessica, you're not sorry. You know it.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started listing them, and then people were like, "Is this available? Is this available?" I'm like, "Which baby gate was it? I don't know."
Confusing.
So we had to break them into small segments.
Yeah, but Dan says baby does well because there's always babies.
Yes.
Baby stuff's gonna sell well.
3 full pallets, Kyle.
Yeah.
Not
There was
joking.
a couple of items, a bit non-baby gate
We got
items
a couple
on there.
ring lights.
We got some ring lights. We got those pull handles, a gasket, but almost all baby gates.
Yeah, we were really, really hoping for furniture though.
I think we have like 2 pallets remaining of baby gates. We've sold probably a pallet of baby gates, but still 2 baby pallet.
Yeah, it was one of those where we were doing an unboxing and we were getting through it. We were going to do it just the typical way that we always do it. And we were like, this isn't going to work. I was like, people are not going to sit here and watch us process baby gate after baby gate. So we had to do something a little creative on that video, but it was really funny. Turn the computer again to show the light.
You can go back to Facebook or Instagram and watch that video. Yeah.
Yeah, the frustration. We don't hide the frustration from y'all. Somebody said you could you could see their frustration. We don't hide the emotions that come into that because it's important that you guys see it. It's important that you guys, if you're going to try to get into a business like this, then I want you to know, that there is lots of really great stuff that you get really excited. And there are some pallets that you get and you're like, why am I even doing this?
Yeah. It's like, for instance, the wedding dresses from the episode.
Yes.
They're all still available for sale. They're all still available for sale.
That's what it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah.
It's still available for sale.
Yeah.
So it happens.
Yesterday's video was like that. Listen, yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. I was like, I don't even want to do this anymore. But I do it. I get up and I do it and that's why you go back to your why. Because when stuff like that happens, when you get a pallet that you paid $350 for and you can make $168 on it or whatever I said it was, then you're like, okay, but the next pallet won't be that bad, and we're gonna do this and we're gonna get through it because I have a dream to be able to be with my kids. I have a dream to build a legacy for my children. I have a dream to share love and light with other people and help them become prosperous. So like a bad pallet is really awful. And in that moment, you just like, but then you're like, no, but listen, I have a reason to get back up. I have a reason to get back up.
I think, TJ, they bought the wedding dresses. I haven't asked. I think they came from VIA Trading because they were in California. They bought them from California. It could have been from somebody else, though. So.
Baby gates will sell locally, but 2 dozen baby gates? Oh, there's more than 2 dozen.
There's more than 2 dozen.
There's like 50.
There's
there's at least
70.
Yeah, there's at least 25 to 30 on each pallet.
Yeah.
Desi, chill out, man.
Your dog. This is our first goodbye. We've got about 12 minutes before we have to go to pick up the kids. So
for those of you who don't know and who haven't been with us before, Southern goodbyes are usually what, Jessica? 5 or 6? 5 or 6 goodbyes?
But we're on a timeline. We're on a time scrunch. So
that's a good idea, to use the broken bins at the flea market to organize. We have these red bins that are really great. We haven't used them in a while.
Yeah.
But the bins would actually work really good too.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, well, we don't, Joanne, we don't really have, we have a really, tight-knit, like, foster care community, you know, and we're willing to sell them really low, especially for, like, really at-need families and stuff, as long as, you know, we can still make money to buy more pallets. Like, I think a lot of times people are like, well, you can donate it. I'm like, yes, we can. And we will. Like, some of the food and stuff, somebody had commented and said that, you know, you can still give food to, like, you know, food banks and stuff like that. And so we'll probably do that because we can't really sell it, you know, but, as for, like, some of the other stuff, you know, we can donate pillows, we can donate baby gates and stuff like that. But if we do that, like, we're losing our cash flow as well. So we've got to protect our business as well as try to give back to the community. Do y'all hear that? Desi's going cray cray. I think he's chasing a bug. Get him, Desi, get him. Why are the screams so quiet? Because I'm trying to save his ears.
I don't know. They are quiet and the kids aren't here. Maybe your practice from Tuesday night. Because the kids were here. What is he doing?
He's chasing a bug.
Yeah.
Do y'all see him right now? Look at him. What are you doing, Des? You see him? Isn't he so cute?
Desi is something else.
Who's feeling cheated? Wait, what happened? Until the phone kicks you off at goodbye 3? It might happen. Just so you all know, we have terrible internet. So I'm using my phone internet. But also, the YouTube app that I'm streaming from will crash around this time.
It does randomly crash.
So.
Yes. Uncle Bo, we have not yet, but it's on the plan probably next week, maybe the week after, is to redo the shelving on it. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah. We really thank you guys for all of your support. You guys are so lovely. You guys are lovely people.
And if y'all aren't following us on Facebook and Instagram, I don't know why not, unless you're not on Facebook or Instagram.
That would be a good reason.
Yeah, we post a lot on there as well. More stuff. I don't want to say more stuff, but shorter content. So yes.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's one of the things I'm trying to do is figure out logistically managing my time and my dreams and my aspirations, like to be able to give great content for entertainment, to be able to answer questions, to be able to educate, and different platforms. I'm trying to figure out what works best, where the demographics are for that, so I can put the information in the right places.
Yep.
Okay, Joanne, thanks for talking with